crowd, where it's becoming a habit to celebrate before you hit the showers. It's a cool and breezy night at the Navy Yard Station. Walk south about a block and a half and you are in Nationals Park. Game 2 of the series. The Nats are 8-3. They've won 6 of their last 7. And how about a 4-1 home record so far? Bob and FP, and it might only get better if Gio Gonzalez pitches like he did on opening day, and hopefully he gets the W to go along with the team win tonight.
Yeah, I smile every day, but on the 5th day when Gio Gonzalez pitches, how can you not help but smile? And last year, it was all about the Levo show every 5th day, and you want to think that maybe this year it's about the Gio show. He got his first hit, and I think that was a big hit in the game. All smiles at first base. He was fantastic on the mound, the fastball command, but watch the curveball. I mean, that's the pitch that's his out pitch, and he was fantastic throughout his whole start, and you just love to see a guy out there that enjoys the game.
He truly plays with a lot of joy. First time he'll ever see the Houston Astros. 38 career wins, and tonight will be his 92nd start. And Gio, well, it's the Cubs, the Reds, and now Houston, a big-time dose of the National League Central. Now, how about the offense on this homestand? The Nats offense last night, 6 runs on 13 hits. And in every game here on the homestand, 5 of them, they've had at least 9 hits. A couple of times into double figures. Lombo, the star last night, who steps up for game 2. Right ahead. Nationals baseball on Masson, brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by Ruby Tuesday, serving our chef's finest with the free Create Your Own Garden Bar. Pretty nice evening in our nation's capital. We're not going to complain about some breezes and 71 degrees. Hondo would like hitting on a night like tonight. Visit Train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. Hard to stop a train. So 71 degrees, no humidity, possibility of some showers late tonight. And the Astros in town for game 2. They're hitting .257, 5th in the league. Chris Johnson, their third baseman, off to a good start. 9th in the league, hitting .326. And he has 4 extra base hits and 4 RBIs. And by the way, Johnson had a base hit added to his total last night. So that's why it goes from 326 up into the 340 range. We'll tell you more about the scoring change that took place after last night's game. It affects the Nats team ERA, although Gio Gonzalez is really doing his part so far.
Yeah, last time out, dominant here in the home opener against the Reds. 7 scoreless innings, struck out 7, walked nobody, faced 3 over the minimum, a couple of hits and an error through 97 pitches, 64 for strikes. So 2-seam fastball, curveball change is what the Astros will see tonight from Gio Gonzalez. Let's set the defense behind Gio tonight. Nady Worth in the outfield. All the right-handers getting a shot at once. Desmond Zimmerman on the left side. Espinosa and LaRoche on the right side. And Jesus Flores doing the catching. Hitting a cool 545.
Bill Welke has the plate, 13-year veteran. Tim Cheetah at first. Chris Conroy comes to town to replace the injured Chris Guccione, who had his leg scraped up last night here. And Jeff Nelson, who had the plate, is in the old rocking chair over there at third base. Justin Maxwell, the former Maryland Terrapin, will lead off with Jed Lowrie and J.D. Martinez to follow. Gio's ready. We hope you are too. 7:06 in our nation's capital for first pitch, right up the middle. And that's the second time in this series Maxwell has a base hit on the first pitch of an AB. So he's 3 for 6 for Houston.
And Justin Maxwell taking a page out of Ian Desmond's book. Ready to party right from the get-go. First pitch fastball, base hit up the middle. And that's how this one starts.
Shortstop Jed Lowrie next. Maxwell, a .201 career hitter, who in his 3 years as a National had trouble with that big breaking ball. So Gio may want to not throw him any more fastballs tonight, at least in fastball counts. There's one at the knees for Lowrie, who is 1 for 4 with a walk last night. Astros, they swung the bats pretty well last evening. Double-digit hits. But they stranded 9 runners, scoring 3 runs on 10 hits. And they were 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Low and inside, 1-1. Not quite the atmosphere Gio enjoyed here last Thursday. Small gathering so far. A lot of folks still coming down Half Street, but the ballpark will need to be livened up by some bats tonight. Out of play, right side. Astros start the night 4-6. They're tied with Cincinnati, 3 games behind St. Louis. And the Cardinals are the only team in the Central above 500. That's going to be a really interesting race to watch to see who's going to challenge the World Series incumbents. I think the Reds will be pretty good by the time it's all said and done. We just don't know about Milwaukee without Ryan Braun. Or rather without Prince Fielder and only Ryan Braun, the primary presence in the middle of that lineup. So what kind of hay can this Houston club make in that division? And FP, I kind of think they might be what your opinion is of the Mets. A lot better than some people might think.
And they're a lot similar offensively, I know that. Very scrappy, they'll battle you with 2 strikes. We saw it last night. String a lot of hits together, and they don't go down easy.
1-2 count. Maxwell a short lead. He's got base stealing speed. Out to center. And stalking that one is Jason Worth, who's playing the middle outfield tonight.
I see the numbers on Gio Gonzalez. Check out the curveball average against. Well, that's why it's one of the better left-handed curveballs in the game. And don't sleep on Wandy Rodriguez. He's got a good one too. So a couple of lefties locking horns here tonight with good curveballs.
Next up, J.D. Martinez had a tough night last night. A no-contact Monday with 4 strikeouts and a walk. Maxwell, by the way, stole 11 bases in less than half a season at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre for the Yankees last year. He tore his labrum on June 1st, had surgery 8 days later, and his season is over. But he's one of those guys who has a combination of speed and power.
Now, one thing Gio Gonzalez is going to have to guard against tonight, when you have a high like he had last time, sold out crowd, home opener, 7 scoreless innings, 3 over the minimum, a little different atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're facing a good ball club in the Houston Astros, they showed last night that they'll give you a quality at bat throughout their lineup. But sometimes when you come off a game like that, where standing ovations left and right, there's a tendency maybe, and it's human nature, to have a little letdown. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's something he has to guard against here tonight.
Astros, by the way, a pretty good running ball club in the early going. So Maxwell, career 11 of 13 in the big leagues. As a ball club, they're 9 of 11. Brad Mills does not hesitate to start some runners. We saw that last night. There he goes, way outside. That throw is perfect. Jesus Flores is now 2 for 2 on the season, with not a great pitch to work with.
Carp, you can't get rid of a ball any quicker than Jesus Flores just did. And if you ask catchers, this is probably the best pitch to throw on. It was up and away, kind of a modified pitch out. And you see Maxwell right there looking in. The throw got him just by a hair, but the release by Flores was unbelievable. All one motion, like a shortstop turn a double play with something on it, right on the money. That might shut down the running game the rest of the night for the Astros.
3-1 pitch, and that is just up and away. Now the caught stealing looks even bigger. 2 outs and a runner at first for the big man, Carlos Lee.
Carp, it's almost like when an outfielder throws somebody out early in the game. A third base coach won't send a runner because he sees the arm strength, and you see it firsthand. If you throw out the first base runner as a catcher like that, in that fashion, with authority, something on it, right on the money, you know, the rest of the dugout, Brad Mills, everybody's looking, saying, you know what? I don't think we're going to run tonight.
Hard breaking ball down and in to Lee, who's off to a good start. 9th in the league in RBIs with 9. Tight zone from Bill Welke so far. Good fastball there.
And he's been throwing the fastball this year 66% of the time, the curveball 21% of the time, and the changeup 13% of the time. And last year he only threw the changeup 7% of the time. So a lot more changeups this year from Gonzalez.
And a chopper out to short. Desmond can wait for that one, and plenty of time to make the play. Caught stealing by Flores, big in the inning. Gio gets a scoreless first. And we invite you to see your authorized Dodge dealer. Experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com. Check out our powerful lineup. And how about this one? Jason Worth, 8-game hitting streak. Kept it going with a late hit last night. 431 on base percentage. LaRoche is at 423. Ian Desmond's at 382. The guys are getting on base. And I talked to Ryan Zimmerman today, and he is psyched about the 2 hits he got last night. Here's Wandy Rodriguez, 9 career starts against the Nats, 5-1 despite a high ERA. Desmond up the middle to Jose Altuve, and he gives Carlos Lee a nice long hop. Good play. Kid's playing some ball in this series.
And impressed us with the bat last night. Short, compact swing, barreled up a couple of line drives, and ready to play defense. Well, how about both leadoff hitters?
Yeah, they've seen a total of 2 pitches. Wandy Rodriguez this year. 2.38 ERA.
And last start, lost to the Braves at home 6-3. Gave up 4 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. He struck out 5 and walked 1. Fastball, curveball change is what the Nats will be seeing off Wandy tonight.
Danny Espinosa back in the lineup. Sat in the dugout last night and watched his replacement have a career night as Steve Lombardozzi keyed the Nats' 6-run, 13-hit effort, and maybe the mental day off relaxes Danny. That's one of his better swings lately. He's aboard with 1 out, his 8th base hit of the year.
He comes in 4th in the league in batting average versus lefties at .667, and that just went up 3 for 4 from the right side this year for Espinosa.
And that accentuates what we've been talking about, FP. Nats haven't seen much left-handed pitching at all, and this is a very right-handed lineup.
I'll tell you what, Carb, as a switch hitter, if you're struggling, I don't want to say he's struggling left-handed. The numbers just aren't where he wants them, because I think he's had some great at-bats so far from the other side, but it's almost like a relief, and you're a different hitter when you get to put your right-handed helmet on and go up there and face a lefty. It's a different mindset, different swing. You see the results.
Ryan Zimmerman had that hit in the bottom of the 8th last night, the opposite field single. I asked him today, did your bat survive that knock? He said, yes, it did. I said, you know, it was a funny sound from upstairs. We didn't know if he broke his bat or not, and then we both agreed it's about time something like that found a hole somewhere, and he had a 2-hit night. Ryan said 1 or 2 more games like that, and I'm right where I need to be. That one speared by Lowry, and they're going to turn that into a 6-4-3 double play as the Astros middle infield takes away a couple of hits in the bottom of the 1st. Altuve and then Lowry.
Top of the 2nd, you're right. Nats are #1 in the National League East right now. You got it. Let's check out the double play one more time. You won't see a niftier one all season. Check out the bare hand from Altuve. And a nice pick by Carlos Lee on the backhand. It's one of the prettier double plays we've seen this year.
And Danny Espinosa went after Altuve. Danny's a very aggressive, hard, clean base runner into second base. So here we go, top of the 2nd. That was a 5-pitch inning for Wandy Rodriguez. Coming off 15 is Gio Gonzalez. So they changed Chris Johnson's batting average while he was asleep last night. Went from the high 320s to the high 340s. What happened was his drive that eluded Rick Ankiel in the 8th inning last night was changed overnight to a triple.
And whoever said nothing good can happen after midnight.
After midnight.
Absolutely wrong.
The only bad thing that happened was the Nats ERA went over 2 from 1.99 to 2.08, but that's okay. Still best in the league. Stephen Strasburg outstanding last night. Bit of a battle for him. 6 hits, couple of runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. And he is 2-0. Good hard breaking ball on 1 and 2 under the hands of the right-hander. Chris Johnson, big strong guy, 6'3", 220. Another breaking ball. Where was that? Bill Welke watching that one right at the top of the strike zone.
He looked good on pitch tracking. Gio, you saw the body language. He wanted the call.
And he gets the strikeout anyway. Took a little bit off. That was 85 and his first K.
A lot of talk at the ballpark today about Stephen Strasburg last night, maybe tipping his pitches. He felt like after the game that the Astros hitters knew what was coming in certain situations, especially with runners on base. And if you don't know what tipping pitches is, a lot of times guys in the bench will sit there and they'll look and they'll watch the pitcher. Maybe if you're not playing, guys on the end of the bench looking for the glove to do different things. Maybe your glove's bigger on off speed because you're gripping a curveball, or it's skinnier on a fastball because you have a different grip. Some guys come set in the stretch higher on a certain pitch and lower on a certain pitch. So there's all kinds of ways that guys are looking to get an edge on the bench, and Stephen was convinced that the Astros had something last night. But I always go back to, I think Randy Johnson knew he was tipping pitches his whole career, and he didn't care. And
who could hit him?
You might make the argument that Strasburg's stuff is so good that it doesn't matter. But if he thinks it matters, it matters.
Yeah, a little mind game there. Now, there's so little reaction time from release time to when the ball gets to the plate. Tipping pitches must be something that has to happen before that point, right?
Yeah, you're looking at the glove, and if you can eliminate, say, his curveball, and you see him tipping that, well, you're not going to swing at a Stephen Strasburg curveball if you know it's coming unless you have 2 strikes. So if you can eliminate one pitch somewhere in a sequence, it's a huge advantage to you as a hitter. And I used to do that under the end of the bench. The guys would come to me and say, FP, you got him yet? And I said, yeah, got him. And I would say, he's doing this, he's wiggling his finger outside of his glove. Whatever it was on that given night, and you go in that batter's box and you know what's coming, it's a huge advantage. Ooh. Some guys didn't want it, though. They felt like they would swing automatically because they knew it was coming. And they would say, I don't want to know, I just want to react.
1 and 2 pitch. There's a breaking ball that's in the zone. And Travis Buck is gone for the second out. Sometimes the umpire has to see a couple of these to get a good read on them.
I thought this one was up. Let's see what pitch track says. I got the top of the zone. And Gio will take it, but Travis Buck thought it was up too. You see the release point, kind of a little crossfire there. And lefties so far this season against Gio, 167 average.
First pitch fastball is in there to Chris Snyder, who was on the bench last night. He's a very good defensive catcher who's thrown out 3 of 6 attempted base stealers. .231 hitter in 8 years with Arizona and Pittsburgh. .271 for the Bucks last year, but he only played in 34 games.
Gio doing a good job early in this ball game of throwing the curveball for a strike. And usually that's an out pitch. It looks like a strike, but it doesn't end up a strike like that.
Wow, swing and a miss, and what a second inning for Gio Gonzalez. Strikes out the side, and we go bottom 2, and Gio is on tonight.
Bottom of the second, that's Park. You know, we might have to start setting the defense for the opposition in the pregame show because Ian Desmond's swinging at the first pitch every night. We don't have time, so let's do it right now. Martinez, Maxwell, Buck in the outfield. Lowry and Johnson on the left side. Altuve and Lee on the right side, and Chris Snyder doing the catching.
You know, FP, you in the truck, you're going to have to get your act together here. You had 5 pitches in the first inning in between to do that. Come on.
They are hacking, and we like it.
Here's Worth to lead off. 8-game hitting streak, 14 hits over that time. Kept it going. Sometimes you keep these hitting streaks going with a hit in your last AB, and that's what Jason did. Leading off the bottom of the 7th with an opposite field single.
So, Carp, we said Danny Espinosa's 4th against lefties. Guess who's number 1?
Bang.
That guy right there, and it just went up, hitting 800 against left-handers so far this season. And stay hot, Jason Worth.
They must be throwing underhand. 9-game hitting streak.
Well, to him, they are right now. And that's 4 hard-hit balls to start this game up off Wandy Rodriguez.
Yeah, good point. Not to be forgotten the amazing plays their middle infielders made. That first inning might still be going on without those guys. And Jason Worth is hitting .429 during his hitting streak. So his overall batting average is skyrocketing. On the first pitch, LaRoche. Shortstop, Jed Lowry for the out. He's the lone lefty in the Nats lineup tonight. A few clouds overhead. Beautiful evening here. And if you want to play right field and look out to the west, there's a plane taking off to the north from Reagan. How about the 747 flying over the city with the space shuttle today on its way out to Dulles and its final exhibit place? That was really something.
So cool. And it was just weird seeing a plane fly over DC. It looked strange for a minute.
Here's Mark DeRosa. This is a veteran bat. The Nats are waiting to get started. Mark is hitting .091, just 2 for 22. Wow, look at that.
There's a space shuttle.
Discovery, what, 30 years of service? I think it went into space. I read 13 missions.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a space shuttle on somebody's back again.
Yeah.
That's a good start for Mark DeRosa. You remember the start against Johan Santana, probably his best game of the year. He singled sharply his first time up. He lined out hard his second time up. Then he walked a couple of times. And we said that day that the lefty was just what the doctor ordered.
Good take, 2-1. DeRosa, though, 9 for 29 career with 2 homers and 7 RBIs against Wandy Rodriguez. Hitting for the Cubs and the Cards, he saw a lot of this Houston left-hander. He was on that one. It goes straight back and doesn't get over the screen, and grabbed by Chris Snyder. First of 3 post-game concerts for the year will be June 2nd. The Nats and the Braves at 4:05. Dirks Bentley after the game. Tickets starting at just $10. Go to nationals.com/concerts. And this concert event, we're told, has been officially endorsed by Adam LaRoche, the biggest country western music fan on the ball club.
So every day till June 2nd, Dirks Bentley. We got it.
Yeah.
I know he's coming here, and we're going to sit up here in the booth and watch it. And I joked last night about having some, maybe some friends come up here. A few people on my Twitter account that said they want to come up in the booth and watch it with us.
Yeah, make sure you don't tell anybody so that we have 3,000 people trying to get into a 200-square-foot booth. That'll be fun. Worth started, then stopped, and it's popped out of play right side by Nady. Xavier Nady 2 for 17 with a career homer against Wandy Rodriguez. Wandy Rodriguez, by the way, Houston's best-known pitcher, just under 500 career, 73 and 76. Tonight is his 200th major league start. He made his first back in 05. As a rookie, he went 10-10 as the Astros went to the World Series. That's a pretty good swing by Nady, out of play right side. Nationals are keeping those other 2 concerts under wraps. As far as the post-game concerts, we do know that the boss is coming here in September, but I believe we'll be out of town at that time.
Yeah. Probably still in the works. I'm wondering who it'll be. We'll be here watching, I know that.
Jesus Flores. How well is this guy going right now? 2 for 2 throwing out base runners, 6 for 11 with the bat, and he's also drawn 3 walks. One of the best base runners in the National League. Worth 1 for 1 stealing, but he's grabbed a whole lot of other bags with secondary leads on balls in the dirt, balls into the outfield. That's a great take by Nady. Wandy Rodriguez taking that hard breaking ball and throwing it down around the shoelaces of his back foot.
And his has a little more tilt than Gio's. And what do I mean by that? It goes down and into a righty, where Gio's is more from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock on a clock. Wandy's will break off your back knee.
Nady gets a rip, but he got jammed. Ball to carry out to J.D. Martinez. That'll do it for the Nats, who've had a hit in each of the first 2 innings. Beautiful night at the Kennedy Center up near Georgetown. What a night on the Potomac.
Inning for Gio Gonzalez, striking out the side. First it was Chris Johnson with a heater, and then he goes hammer to Travis Buck. Good pitch right there, and how about a curveball in the dirt to Chris Snyder? So 3 strikeouts in the second for Gio Gonzalez.
29 pitches, 18 strikes in 2 innings. Solutions that help you achieve your financial goals. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Look at the size of these breaking balls. Some of them nearly from one side of the plate to the other. Gio's on that list. He goes heater at 90 knee high to 5'5" Jose Altuve. This kid had 4 great at bats last night.
And curveballs that break that much, they can be both high and low at the same time. They come in over your head, they end up in the glove, and I think, you know, showing that graphic, you see Barry Zito right there, 10.33 inches of break on his curveball. I think there's different kinds of curveballs. I know Barry Zito's curveball in San Francisco isn't what it once was in Oakland. It kind of rolls in there now. Same with Ted Lilly. They're good curveballs, but when you talk about number 8 and 9 down there, to me, Gio Gonzalez and Wandy Rodriguez, 2 of the best curveballs in the National League, because they have bite to them. They're sharp. Yeah. They don't roll in there. They're nasty.
Wandy Rodriguez 0 for 3 this year, a 143 career hitter with 18 RBIs. He is 33 years of age. The Astros signed him back in '99 at the age of 19 out of Santiago Rodriguez of the Dominican. He was a product back then of the Astros Dominican Academy. Houston's all-time franchise leader in strikeouts by a lefty, surpassing Bob Knepper. And Gio trying to make quick work of the bottom of the order here. 2-2. With one out, top of the third, and Justin Maxwell on deck, who I will be shocked if he sees a first pitch fastball.
Name me another pitcher in the big leagues with double ear flap like Wandy Rodriguez is right now. He's got the old school Steve Lombardozzi double ear flap going.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
Justin Maxwell, 2 career grand slams. One of them was his first major league home run. And this was his second, last home game. And that was in 09. The Nationals had a walk-off grand slam and a pie in the face before the Nats went to Atlanta to finish off that season.
That was John Lannon.
It was.
That might be the earliest discard of a batting helmet I've ever seen on a walk-off homer. That was one step around third base, throwing it back to shortstop.
You know, the way guys pound on you, I'd be inclined to keep mine on.
Actually, that's why they take it off, Clark, because when you have that thing on and they're pounding on it, it hurts.
Okay.
Not that I would know, I've just heard.
And all the walk-offs you hit, that's what happened, huh? 2-0. And Maxwell looks at a strike. Well, you can look at Justin's career totals for strikeouts and all that against walks, and you can tell why he's had a hard time staying in the major leagues. He's always had a hard time hitting the breaking ball. When he gets the bat on the ball, man, he is strong. Desmond with a good play throws him out. And now for Gio Gonzalez, 7 straight. Bottom of the third, straight ahead. Flores, Gonzalez, and Desmond for the Nats. Let's have a look at our PNC minor league report for the achiever in you. Solutions that help you achieve your financial goals at PNC. Bryce Harper, 11 for 45, extra base hits, and an RBI. Now, talked to Randy KNORR today, and he's been in touch with some of the brain trust up in Syracuse. Bryce Harper is seeing a ton of left-handed pitching from AAA prospects so far this year, and of course some veteran guys. And so that's pretty respectable with all those lefties thrown against him.
He's seen a lot of lefty soft tossers, and I think that's the difference between AA and AAA. AA, you get a lot of big arms down there throwing hard, but when you get to AAA, maybe some guys that have been in the big leagues a little bit, guys on the fence, 4A type players, to where you see off speed and fastball counts.
Right.
And if he's facing a lot of lefties, he's seen a lot of slop.
Jesus Flores is off to a fantastic start, 6 for 11.
And we're just happy that Jesus Flores is in the lineup tonight. We were going to that luncheon today, and I was coming over the 14th Street Bridge on the 395 North, zigzagging in and out of traffic. And there was this other car, I'll say. I don't want to say what kind of car he's driving. and it darted out right in front of me, and I locked up my brakes thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to T-bone this guy, and he pulls back in at the last second. And all of a sudden that car catches up to me, and it's Jesus Flores. And he said, I was thinking about flipping you off, FP. And then he said, I saw it was Gio. We both had a good laugh, but it was one of those near-death experiences, and it was, I mean, what are the odds? We're both going to the same luncheon, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, and I'm just glad that we're both okay, because it was scary.
Well, I'm sure DC's finest taking note of that exchange, and hopefully they'll keep an eye out for you.
Well, you know what it was? It was an athlete that reacted very quickly. He pulled back into his lane at the last second.
So good thing it wasn't another broadcaster.
Yeah, we'd both be dead.
Here's Gio Gonzalez, 1 for 3 on the year, 1 for 10 career. I guess. They must have seen that video of him getting that base hit the other day. They're staying up and away from Gio Gonzalez. 1 for 10 overall as a big league hitter. A lot of fastballs here from Wandy Rodriguez.
You might see the equalizer. Maybe you go curveball, but you don't want to speed up his bat after he's laid on a couple of heaters. There it is.
Trying to get that outside corner with a curveball again, like he did to the previous hitter.
He either thought it was ball 4 or strike 3 because he took a little step back to the dugout. Check this out.
Okay.
You got me. Oh, wait. I'll keep it.
Look at this swing. That ball hit a long way to center, and chasing it down is Maxwell. Remember that ball he hit in Chicago? Now this one, and the crowd's really starting to love this guy.
Gio's got some pop. So he took a close curveball and then all over this fastball, and that might be the last fastball he sees all night. Maxwell with a good beat on it. The wind blowing in a little bit from left.
Yeah.
That ball might have got out on a warm day.
If he hits a homer, he'll be impossible to be around. Desmond laying down that bunt and foul. So 2 outs, bases empty. 5 in a row for Wandy Rodriguez. They're still laughing in the dugout about that one. Look at Steve McCaddy.
Well, you're probably just asking Steve McCaddy and Davey Johnson if he could be in the lineup tomorrow night. I mean, he said after his first hit the other day, that's the first time he's been on base since Little League.
Desmond sounded like a broken bat. Fielded by Rodriguez. And we've got the battle of left-handers shaping up that we thought we might have tonight. On to the middle innings, scoreless. Really been something. Kristina's going to have our sideline report here from AFCEA.org, the Association for IT Pros. Good evening.
Hi, there, Bob. Yes, like you said, this starting rotation for the Nationals is a tight-knit group, and I think it's safe to say that Gio Gonzalez is the leader of the pack when it comes to creating that positive energy within the five. And Steven Strasburg told me he's just got this chemistry that people are drawn to. Here's Steven on the starting lefty.
Gio's awesome. He definitely keeps everybody loose, and he just likes to go out there and have fun, and he's a great guy to really watch out there because like I said, he stays loose, and he's obviously got tremendous stuff, and he knows how to get the job done. So it's pretty fun to be part of the rotation with him.
Well, we've seen Steven Strasburg's game day face, and Davey Johnson said, Gio Gonzalez is the same guy. And whether he's pitching or not, if he's working or not, he's always got a smile on his face. And Davey said, even when I try to keep my game face on, if I'm not smiling back at Gio, he gets angry with me.
That's Gio. Well, and remember last Thursday when the Nats walked off with that win, he had the W taken away from him when the Reds scored 2 in the 9th, but he was the first one out of the dugout to pound on somebody at home plate.
He's all about winning. That's all he cares about. His team winning the baseball game. And we talked about it on opening day. Why wouldn't you be all smiles if you had the big long contract? You have generations taken care of. You're in a great city on a good ball club. Yeah, I'd be smiling too.
Yeah, and you're 26 years old. Pretty good stuff.
The game reverts back to Legion ball, high school baseball, when you played it at its purest form, just wanting to win baseball games. When you're set up like he is, you should be all smiles.
0-2 to J.D. Martinez. And he just showed him the fastball way upstairs. Braves have an early run, leading the Mets 1-0. Ozzie Guillen back in the dugout tonight. Cubs and Marlins are scoreless, second inning. That was a backdoor breaking ball, and right to Adam LaRoche. He'll take it himself. And a couple of quick ground ball outs here, and that's 9 straight retired with Carlos Lee coming up. What a night at the ballpark. Nats are 4-1 at home. With any luck, they'd be undefeated. Who knows, with a couple of bad calls going against them, what their overall record would be right now through 11 games. They are grinding away, playing good baseball, and the starters are setting the tone every night. Lee bounced out to Desmond first time. Gets jammed on that one, and there's LaRoche. Catches the fair ball, and there you go for the 4th, and that's 10 straight for Gio Gonzalez. Danny Espinosa, Zimmerman, Worth coming up. Teddy had the early lead today as they raced to left field again. And evidently he's about 10 hours late looking for the space shuttle. Teddy. Photo finish, and I think Tom got it. Grabbing the tape first, just ahead of George. Geico President's Race. Nats fans having a wonderful time at the ballpark tonight. Is that his birthday? All right, he's got the old block W that we like so much, that ball cap on. From the old days, Danny Espinoza, line drive up the middle, base hit first time. Espinoza and Worth have the 2 hits. They've both gone right through the box.
And he can get on top of that fastball right hand. We talked about that a lot. Low ball guy from the left side, high ball guy from the right side. I think when you talk about a switch hitter, your right hand is dominant. That's the one you throw with. If you are a right-handed thrower and a switch hitter, you're able to throw that right hand on top of the baseball from the right side, maybe not so much left hand.
Breaking ball strikes him out. Second K by Wandy Rodriguez. Zimmerman and Worth now the next 2. How about a 5-game flex plan? Pick 4 games and get a 5th one free. The plan started just $60. You can check them out at nationals.com/flex for ticket information. Well, we got a taste today of how excited our nation's capital is about the Nats. We had a wonderful time at the Washington Board of Trade luncheon today over at the Hyatt by the Capitol. All the local business leaders were there. The heavy hitters in D.C. who sponsored the Nationals, our other teams in town, and do a great job of conducting commerce here. And their reaction to the Nationals was a rousing one when the team came in today. And we thank everybody associated with the Board of Trade for a very nice event today. It's become a yearly event now for the last 3 years. Michael Moore's hanging out with the pitchers.
It's good to see him in a uni.
I was talking to Mike McGowan about Michael today. And when they talk about a strain in that lat area, you're talking about a tear. And nothing heals it except total rest for a period of time. And Michael is not going to be out there throwing or swinging a bat until that thing is totally healed. And it's going to take a while. So a strain may not sound too bad. Zimmerman right on the hands fighting that one off.
Yeah, I don't know anything about a strain versus a tear. I just know that when we heard he couldn't throw the ball, or it was hurting him to throw the ball from left field to shortstop, that's all I need to hear. And it's not a long throw, and apparently the throwing part hurts worse than the swinging part, but they want him more than 100% before he tries it again.
Zimmerman waiting for a breaking ball, and Wandy Rodriguez is spinning all kind of hooks up there right now. 2 outs. Jason Worth coming up. AT&T fact of the game here in the 4th. Look at this. Since the Astros visit here last September, the Nats have just gone on a series tear, winning 8 out of 9.
And 3 for 3 this year. When you talk about doing the things that they've set out to do this season, that's what it's all about, winning series. Especially at home, but if you can take 2 out of 3 on the road like they did to start the year up, that's a bonus.
And of course that includes that series at Philadelphia.
That's a 4-game sweep.
And the Nats came home and beat the Braves, then went to Florida and won a series to end the season. So talk about finishing with a flourish. Wandy Rodriguez is tantalizing these hitters right now. He's throwing pretty much all of his pitches for strikes.
And sometimes you set up the curveball with a high fastball. Let's see where he goes after that. Change up away for strike 2, fastball up in Jason Moore's eyes for ball 1. Another fastball up and in. Look out.
With this base hit, Worth now 4 for 11 career against Wandy Rodriguez. No score, bottom of the 4th. 3 hits in the game, 2 by the home team. He goes off speed and misses outside. 3-2. What will he throw him? There is a left-hander on deck for Rodriguez, and Adam LaRoche, he popped up on 1 pitch. First time up. Breaking ball, and Worth trying to drop it into left center. And it is dropped by Justin Maxwell. Worth easily into second base with 2 outs. Not a routine play, and they give him a double.
Yeah, big swing on a curveball. I think fooled Maxwell a little bit. It definitely fooled J.D. Martinez. And how about the hustle from Jayson Werth? Good effort by Maxwell. Almost made the play, but Jayson Werth not standing around watching. He's thinking, if that thing drops, I'm going to be on second. Sometimes as a hitter, you get caught looking out there, wondering if it's going to drop, and you don't run as hard as you maybe could. Not for Jayson Werth right there. Nice hustle double.
He is now 16 for 36 in his hitting streak, and the batting average starting tonight at 341 just keeps on rising.
Last year that's caught. This year it drops.
Worth now hitting 370. And the hitter is Adam LaRoche, who leads the Nats in RBIs with 12. And he's 4th in the National League behind Kemp, Ethier, and Chris Young of Arizona. Good breaking ball. And then you have the hits leaders, Desmond, Worth, and LaRoche. None of them lower than the top 4 hit totals in the league. And of course, Worth and LaRoche also in the top 4 or 5 in on base percentage.
Me and Desmond 1 hit behind Matt Kemp for the lead.
Dodgers at Milwaukee, taking that 9-1 record in a 6-game winning streak into that. One ball, 2 strikes. Good take on a fastball, up and away, ball 2. Mark DeRosa next. Wandy Rodriguez about to throw his 48th pitch. That's how many Gio Gonzalez has thrown through 4. So they've really matched each other here. And LaRoche will pop it into left. Slow start by the left fielder, and they let it drop as Lowrie couldn't get there. I'm not sure J.D. Martinez ever saw the ball in the twilight, and the Nationals lead 1-0.
Yeah, it's that time of day. Good call, Carp. The lights haven't taken effect yet, but how about that stay hot Adam LaRoche? Jayson Werth, too. When you're hot, folks, they all drop. And when a ball is up in the air this long at the highest level, you think it's a can of corn. Jed Lowrie going out, J.D. Martinez coming in, both looking at each other. And I'll tell you what, Brad Mills would like to see them crash into each other and drop it before they both pull off like that. That can't happen at this level.
Wandy Rodriguez has been known to show emotion on the mound when his fielders don't do the job behind him. So the Nats lead 1-0. Now a chance to make it a big inning with Mark DeRosa, the right-hander, stepping in.
I mean, how big are runs this year for the Nationals offense? It feels like, and you don't know if it's going to happen, but you have the feel where if they score first and they get a run with their staff, the way they've been pitching so far early in the season, that one could be enough.
It's a great feeling of confidence when you take the field every night, knowing your guys will have you in the game long enough for you to generate some offense. DeRosa looks at a breaking ball, and now he'll have to protect on 1 and 2.
Wandy Rodriguez has had 2 starts prior to this year. In the first start, the Astros made 4 errors. In his second start, the Astros made 4 errors. So in 2 starts, the Astros have made 8 errors behind Wandy Rodriguez. Neither one of those an error, but they should have been made.
That ball drilled, and that wasn't the smoothest reaction by J.D. Martinez either. LaRoche picks up RBI number 13. We'd like to see some more runs, but the way Gio's pitching, 48 pitches, 4 innings, very efficient so far, and really now throwing that breaking ball for strikes.
Yeah, getting some ground ball outs too. He struck out the side in the second, but we've seen that from Gio in a couple of starts this year already, getting a lot of ground ball outs early in the count. That's going to allow him to go deep into this ballgame.
So the Nats get a couple of gift-wrapped fly balls that fall in, lead 1-0. 5th inning underway, and a breaking ball is in the dirt to Chris Johnson. Johnson is having a pretty good series. 3 hits last night.
And we just showed the hit leaders. Chris Johnson is 3rd in the National League in hits with 15.
Two balls and a strike. Struck out swinging first time tonight. That was the first of that bang, bang, bang strike out the side second inning Gio had. And he slips one down and away. Throwing everything for strikes. That was definitely off speed. Nissan on the pitch track.
That 2-1 Chris Johnson is sitting dead red, all about the fastball, and he gets a nasty hammer from Gio Gonzalez.
Nissan Sale a Minute event going on. Save on your new Nissan. Visit choosenissan.com or your local dealer. Well hit. Zimmerman backhand. Across the diamond to LaRoche, and another great pick by Adam.
I mean, we've seen so many hard hit ground balls this year on the corners, whether it's Zimmerman or LaRoche, and they make it look easy. We always talk about don't panic, I got you on the backside, and once again, and that was an in-between hop.
Yep.
A tricky one for LaRoche, and he made that look easy.
11 straight for Gio Gonzalez, who now faces Travis Buck.
I mean, what a luxury to have that guy at first base if you're playing infield for the Nats.
Right side, nice big hop for Danny Espinosa. 2 quick outs. We love talking about pitching and ranks where the Nationals are. 2.08 ERA. The strikeouts, the home runs allowed. Look at that, 2 home runs in 11 previous games. Opponents hitting under 200.
That's the stat right there.
Yep. And then the bottom is walks and hits per innings pitched. So really, the way things are going, when other teams play the Nats, they get 1 base runner per inning on the average.
And it doesn't matter which guys you're going to face in a 3-game series. We used to go into Atlanta in the mid-90s and hope we got out of there with maybe 2 hits in the series. If you went 1 for 4, 1 for 4, and maybe 0 for 3 with a walk against Glavine, Maddox, and Smoltz, I mean, you had a good series. Then you go to the next town and hope you get your knocks. But when you see the average against, to me, that's the stat that tells you what kind of stuff they have. Not a lot of hits out there. But you also have to give credit to the infield and the outfield. The defense has been spectacular so far this season.
Chris Snyder is a Houston native. Came from Arizona in a 5-player deal. Actually to Pittsburgh at that time, and then Houston signed him. Played at the University of Houston, where he hit .343 his junior year. Out of Springwoods High School there. Well, that's close. 3-1. 31-year-old catcher, more of a defensive guy at this stage of his career. Jose Altuve, the number 8 hitter next.
Boy, if he can do that on a consistent basis this season, the sky is the limit for Gio Gonzalez. And what do I mean? 3-1 curveball for a strike. I mean, guys like him throw that pitch for an out pitch. And if he can learn to throttle back and throw it for a strike, he's going to be untouchable.
He's untouchable right now. 5 strikeouts tonight for Gio. And how about 5 outstanding innings? by 8. The way these guys are pitching, standing tall and proud on a Tuesday night. Here's our game summary from Cox, your friend in the digital age. Just enough hits to get by so far, worth a 9-game streak, and then you go to the pitchers.
And go back to the 4th inning and see how the Nats scored their run. Nice effort right here from Justin Maxwell. And that might have been J.D. Martinez's ball, but Maxwell with a good effort, and this one, that was in the air a little bit too long, and at this level, that play has to be made every single time. But the Nats will take it, and that's where they stand, up 1-0.
Gio Gonzalez, 60 pitches, 39 strikes. Right at 12 pitches per inning. And it'll be Nady, Flores, and Gonzalez for the Nats. Xavier Nady got a good piece of one first time, flied to left. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, the Braves have opened up a huge lead over the Mets now. At home, Atlanta 6-0 with a 5-run second inning. That ball ripped by Nady, picked off by Chris Johnson. Outstanding play.
And that's why they call it the hot corner. Nice play by Chris Johnson. Absolute bullet off the bat, Xavier Nady. Ready for the baseball. First step quickness, be soft. And now as a third baseman, you know, got lots of time because the ball got on you quick. Perfect strike to Carlos Lee. That's just a nice play right there. Great shot, guys. Just gets it in the tip of his web.
Jesus Flores called out on a backdoor breaking ball first time. So he goes up there ripping, and that's right at Jose Altuve for 2 quick outs. Next up is Gonzalez. Sunday, the Nats and the Marlins. First 10,000 fans 12 and under receive a Ryan Zimmerman kids jersey presented by Masson. Go to nationals.com/tickets and check it out. And by the way, Josh Johnson pitching for the Marlins tonight. He will pitch here Sunday against Gio Gonzalez. So that'll be a great pitching matchup. Great jersey for the kids and some wonderful baseball. That'll wrap up this 11-game homestand.
Well, here you go, folks. It's the Gio show.
He was trying to pull that ball. He's hit 2 fly balls in the season to the deepest parts of Wrigley Field and Nationals Park. Breaking ball is upstairs. 1-1. Little half swing out to short. He got good wood on that. And that's it for the Nationals in the 5th. Bottom 2 ahead for Houston, 1-0. Night. Sixth inning coming up. 1-0 Washington. And another matchup. It'll be righties tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Lucas Harrell, 26-year-old right-hander. He won a ball game already this year. Has a good .327 ERA. Jordan Zimmerman, no run support in his first 2 starts. And last year he was the second lowest in Major League Baseball. So how about some good pitching and some runs tomorrow night? Johnny and Ray, 6:30 Nats Extra. And then game 3 of this 4-game series at 7:05. Gio Gonzalez, first time he's ever faced the Astros. Altuve, Wandy Rodriguez, and Justin Maxwell, top 6. 1 Houston hit. The first batter of the game, Maxwell, on the first pitch. A walk to Martinez later in the inning after Maxwell was caught stealing. And the Astros have had nada since. 13 consecutive retired. Altuve lined out softly to Espinosa first time, and Gio starts him first pitch breaking ball up and away. He's got some quicks on that heater tonight.
Well, he did last night. He proved that he can hit a good fastball. He turned a 98-mile-an-hour offering from Steven Strasburg around, pulled it to left field. Short swing, quick bat.
Up the middle. Altuve now 3 for 6 in this series, and he's hit the ball hard 5 of those 6 times.
He can hit.
And his name's not Brian McCann. You're just going to make me look up the Atlanta box score to see what your boy McCann's doing tonight, aren't you?
Got pretty swing, but Altuve, we just both looked at each other during the break and said this is a big out for Gio with Altuve leading off and Wandy Rodriguez coming up next, who can handle the bat in a 1-run game. So see if he can get him over.
He handles the bat well. This looks like his 44th career sacrifice. LaRoche to Espinosa, 3-4. Astros have a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight. And by the way, the Braves with 6 runs on the board tonight. Brian McCann 0 for 1 with a walk. They know he can hit, so they pitched around him. Top of the order for the Astros for the former Nat Maxwell. Base hit up the middle, first pitch in the first, and he grounded out to short to end the third.
Grounded out hard to short. So he scored up 2 baseballs tonight, both on fastballs. I'd be surprised if he sees one early in the count here.
Gio did go fastball, but missed way downstairs. One nothing ball game. Astros have only had 2 hits.
And we talked about it a lot last night. Both starting pitchers had trouble getting through the lineup the 3rd time. And for the Astros, here comes the 3rd time with Maxwell.
He hit a pinch hit home run in his first debut as an Astro, April 9th against Atlanta. 2 career pinch hit home runs, the other as a Nat. Make a mistake to him, he can hit it a long way. That's a great breaking ball on 2-0 that catches the inside corner.
And I think that's what Gio Gonzalez has done the best all night long. The fastball command has been good, but he's been able to throw the curveball for a strike behind in the count.
And he goes high heater, ball 3. Shortstop Jed Lowry next. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Target is inside corner. He buries the fastball right at the knees. 3-2.
Anytime you see a hitter take a strike in a 3-1 count with a runner in scoring position. He was looking for something else. He's probably guessing curveball right there. So Jesus Flores, Gio Gonzalez out thinking Justin Maxwell in that pitch.
3-2 with 1 out. And that's a taken strike 3. Nasty curveball, strikeout number 6.
And there's a rule in baseball. If he's going to throw it 3-1, he's probably going to throw it 3-2. But right there, nice sequence between Gonzalez and Flores. He got the 3-1 fastball, and he thought he was going to get a curveball, and he gets a 3-2 curveball. So Justin Maxwell thinking the opposite of what he got, and you see the results. Nice sequence between Flores and Gonzalez.
Could have been a swinging or a called third strike, and here's Jed Lowrie. And a breaking ball has him out ahead.
So it looked like Maxwell was sitting off speed 3-1, which hitters do every now and then with a runner in scoring position and a base open. And he got a fastball, and he thought to himself, well, if he threw it 3-1, he's going to throw it 3-2, and he dropped the hammer 3-2. So nice job right there.
And for those of you who might be keeping score, that was called a swinging strikeout. Time given to the hitter rather late.
Check out the follow through right here. Probably not the best fielding position, but that was a little bit late. You're right.
Target in. Done a good job of handcuffing right-handed batters. Fastball a little bit up. And he tries to paint the outside corner and just misses. Second base with 2 outs now. Jose Altuve, very good speed. Lowrie, kind of a spray hitter. Hard for the second baseman to play real close to the bag to keep him close, so Gio will help check him himself.
And look at the outfield playing very shallow against Jed Lowrie. If there's a base hit with the arms these guys have, they'll definitely be a play at the plate.
2-1 pitch way outside, and the ball gets away, sailing on Jesus Flores.
And that has to be a wild pitch.
It is.
One of the few times Gio Gonzalez hasn't thrown the ball exactly where he's wanted it tonight. Good trip right there from Jesus Flores. When you talk to the pitchers on the national staff, they say, Wilson Ramos very good, but when Jesus Flores comes out to the mound, he has this presence and authority. If he sees something, he'll go out and tell you right away. Not afraid to say, hey, you flew open right there, let's go. And he takes charge behind the plate. I like it.
Always considered a very good receiver. Here's a 3-1 with 2 outs. And Lowrie will take the walk. Gio Gonzalez, second walk of the night. First man he walked was the upcoming hitter, J.D. Martinez, with 1 out in the first. And during that at bat, Justin Maxwell was caught stealing. And Martinez then grounded out to first base in the 4th. So in this series, he is 0 for 5 with 2 walks. Well, that's a tight outside corner right now. Tough to get a strike call. He took a big-time hack at a breaking ball away. Counts even.
And not often in this game do you have a chance to make up for a defensive miscue. And right now, J.D. Martinez would like nothing more than to make up for that ball that dropped in left field in front of him.
And as we mentioned, he didn't look real comfortable catching that line drive DeRosa hit right after that. J.D. Martinez in the lineup for his bat, and it's a loud one right now. He's their leader at RBIs with 10. Breaking ball hit to Desmond. The short way to Espinosa, and the Nats are out of the inning. Another 0 on the board. Desmond coming up, Espinosa and Ryan Zimmerman. 1-0 Nats. On to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for the Nationals. Drive down I-95 and see the future stars of this organization with the Potomac Nationals down at Woodbridge. Next home series at Fitzner Stadium starts Thursday. Saturday, fireworks. Sunday, Superheroes Day. Info and tickets 703-590-2311 or visit PotomacNationals.com.
I'm going to go with Super Bob Carpenter. I'm trying to think of what
those are words that just don't go together.
I'm trying to think of what my costume's going to look like.
I don't care as long as you look great in it. That's fine. Make sure you got nice white shiny teeth. Ian Desmond, couple of ground balls. He's ahead in the count, taking a pitch here in the 6th. Wandy Rodriguez having a good night. 60 pitches, 40 strikes, but ball 2 here.
Dangerous count right here for Wandy Rodriguez.
Against a very aggressive hitter who takes ball 3. Would Desmond ever get the green light on 3-0 in a game like this close?
I would. But I'd give everybody the green light, so don't ask me. I think it's the best count to hit in, period.
Well, hack now if you see something good. These are the counts hitters live for.
Well, against a changeup guy, you take a 3-1 fastball to get a 3-0 changeup, or a 3-0 fastball to get a 3-1 changeup, excuse me. But he got a fastball there in a fastball count.
Zimmerman in the hole, and then Worth, and they're all ready to hack. Breaking ball, Desmond grounds it left side. Chris Johnson, first out. Nats box will show 4 hits. Single by Espinosa in the first, then a double play ball. Worth led off the second with a hit, never moved beyond first base. And then the fly ball double by Worth, the fly ball single by LaRoche, getting the Nats their run in the 4th. 2 balls that could have been caught, and the Astros didn't get either. Danny Espinosa takes a breaking ball that drops in. Cubs have a run in the fourth at Miami, 1-0. Braves still lead 6-0. And later tonight, the Phillies at San Francisco. They were all over Tim Lincecum last night. Espinosa looks one in.
I think it was a 4-run first for the Phillies.
Who will throw? Joe Blanton against Madison Bumgarner tonight in San Fran. Two to Danny Espinosa. 1 for 2 tonight. And 3 for 5 as a right-handed batter this year. Hops back from that one, ball 3.
Ooh, Wandy Rodriguez wanted a little walk off the mound right there. He thought he had himself strike 3.
Nissan on the pitch track will tell the tale.
I thought it was inside, but watch Wandy. He's walking off the mound like it's strike 3.
Yeah, not really that close. Espinosa able to fight his way into a piece of that breaking ball.
We've kind of gotten used to this year with Danny Espinosa. Another battle going on. I look at the stats today, and he started today 4th in the National League in walks with 8.
Breaking ball fouled.
And I know there's a stat on it somewhere, but I'd like to see pitches seen per at bat. I guarantee you he's right up there with the league leaders. We've seen a number of 10, 11, 12 pitch battles.
Yeah, Espinosa and Worth both came in 4th in the league in walks with 8. Rick Eckstein preaching aggressiveness, which leads to long counts as pitchers nibbled against these gung-ho Washington hitters. Danny right now being victimized by the breaking ball of Wandy Rodriguez. That'll be his 3rd strikeout. Zimmerman coming up, and here's Kristina.
Thanks, Bob. You talked earlier about how excited Ryan Zimmerman was to get a couple of hits knocked in last night. And he said, you know, it's given him a little bit of a confidence. It's been frustrating hitting the ball and not having anything to show for it. But he told me he got the warning from Davey yesterday about getting a mental day off. The skipper told him, I gave Danny the day off, and you're up next if you don't shape up. But Ryan said sometimes, you know, you do need that day off to sit back, watch the game, clear your head a little. It's nothing physical because we all feel great early in this season, but Davey's pretty good when knowing how to be honest with the players and tell them when they need to, you know, take a day.
Can they hear you in the batter's box when you say shape up?
Apparently.
That was quite a swing by Ryan. That's good stuff. Well, and the first thing I asked Ryan today, I said, are you okay after that dive you took at home plate last night? And he just looked at me and said, I was going for the pylon. When he tried to jump over the catcher last night. He said he handled that okay. That's what concerned us more than anything else, is when Ryan went over the top of the catcher and kind of took a vertical dive into home plate.
I mean, we're 11 days into the season and guys are needed mental days off. We start handing out Prozac in the clubhouse. I mean, we're 11 days into the season. I can see it June or July.
I didn't see anything in the media guide about a new team psychologist.
I mean, you usually save those for the dog days of August. We're 11 days in.
Yeah, but it feels like summer, you know. Here's Worth, 1 for 2. So Zimmerman, that was quite a piece of contact by Ryan. And his hits are starting to come. That's a strike.
I walked up to Danny Espinosa today in batting practice, and I said, are you mentally stable today? And he looked at me and rolled his eyes.
He would. If players analyzed the game the way we do and the rest of the media does, they'd lose their minds by the 1st of May. These guys let so many things just roll off their backs and flick them off their shoulders. It's the only way you can play this game every day for 6 months. And that's after the grind of spring training.
And I think what Davey's saying by giving guys a mental day off is, hey, it's a long haul, and if he sees somebody grinding early, he's going to need them sharply focused in September. So why have them grind early? Just sometimes as a player, you take a day off, you relax. It gives you a different perspective.
Wandy Rodriguez had Worth reaching for that one. Smooth play by Jed Lowrie. This 1-0 game into the 7th inning.
Nationals. Let's check out Gio Gonzalez in the day he's having, or the night he's having. No beard, changeup, fastball, curveball, all been for strikes anytime. He's been sharp all night long. And he's just having a good time at the ballpark once again, and we are starting to turn his start into the Gio Gonzalez show, just like we did last year with LeVon. It's fun to watch him play. It's fun to watch him compete. He's been making some big pitches in some big spots. And oh, don't forget about the 398-foot out he had his first time up.
Top 7, pitch number 79. So he's averaging 11 pitches per inning now. That's really something when the game goes on and you can make your innings go quicker than they did at the beginning. He jams Carlos Lee with a breaking ball. Zimmerman from in front of the bag. One out, another ground ball out. Dierks Bentley, June 2nd. The game's at 4:05. Dirk is free after the game if you have a ticket for the ball game. Some of them as low as $10. First of 3 post-game concerts this year. June 2nd. It's only 6 weeks away.
It'll be here before you know it.
Chris Johnson, strikeout and a ground ball, a hot shot to Zimmerman, second time up. He is throwing so free and easy. There's a hitter late for 93 in the 7th inning.
And he got stronger as he went along the last start. 93, 94 early in the game. Hit a couple 95, 96s late in the game.
7 innings that day, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts tonight, but an eerily similar pitching line. On the good side, Travis Buck waits. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Another 3-2 breaking ball. supreme confidence in that pitch tonight.
Supreme confidence in the fingers that Jesus Flores is putting down. Haven't seen a shake-off all night.
Swing and a miss on a changeup. Actually a foul tip, and that's strikeout number 7.
And fastballs for strikes, curveballs for strikes, and how about in a big situation, a 3-2 changeup? And we said early in the game he's throwing it more than he did last year. 7% of the time last year, 13% of the time this year.
Here's Travis Buck. He has struck out looking and grounded out. That's 18 of the last 20 batters retired. Breaking ball, a beauty.
How about the tempo? How about the rhythm? How about the pace?
Yeah.
Of Gio Gonzalez. Just playing catch with Jesus Flores. Not a whole lot to it. Not shaking anybody off. Just whatever finger you put down, I'm going to throw it for a strike.
Hitter all locked up, and that's strike 2.
A perfectly placed fastball, 94 miles an hour. You see it on top, out in front, and just darting the location.
1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Time to stretch at Nationals Park. And 7 more brilliant innings by Gio Gonzalez.
Not that easy, folks.
On Masson, brought to you by Dodge. Go to Dodge.com or visit your local Dodge dealer tomorrow. And by Navy Federal Credit Union, serving the Army, Marine Corps, the Navy, Air Force, the Department of Defense, and their families. Federally insured by NCUA. Beautiful night on the banks of the Anacostia. And here at Nationals Park, a 1-0 gem so far. Our game summary from Cox, your friend in the digital age. Jason Worth has scored the night's only run. LaRoche has the only RBI. And Gio Gonzalez takes care of the rest. 91 pitches, 57 strikes. Just by coming back to the dugout, man, he livens that place up. Is he done for the night with the handshakes after 91 pitches? He threw 97 in 7 innings Thursday against the Reds. All right, time for the offense to nail down a win for this guy the way he's pitching. LaRoche 1 for 2 tonight. Goes up swinging, pops it up left side, playable. Chris Johnson foul ground. Well, if Tyler Clippard's warming up, he's usually coming in. And Gio Gonzalez could be done after 91 pitches. In a totally dominant performance, retiring 19 of the last 21 hitters. Mark DeRosa. And by the way, this could be it for Wandy Rodriguez. He's due to bat 3rd in the top of the 8th. So Gio is done. I need one of these right-handers to get a hold of it and park it into the seats of the bullpen. A little breathing room here.
I talked to Davey Johnson before the game. He said Tyler Clippard is feeling just fine. Shoulders good, ready to go. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Henry Rodriguez after Clippard if the score stays the way it is.
And of course, the Houston people probably looking forward to seeing their ball club hit against Brad Lidge. Best closer they've ever had. .3-1 pitch. Little tapper by DeRosa down near the bag. Johnson on the move. 2 outs. Next up will be Xavier Nady. Tonight's mobile word of the day on Masson is glove. Text glove to 29292 right now. Enter for a chance to win a meet and greet with Drew Storen. The more you watch Masson, the more chances you'll have to win all season long. And that'll wrap up this week's Masson mobile word. Nady 0 for 2. Right field trying to drop one out there, but it's going to carry out to Travis Buck. And here we go to the 8th. That'll be it for both starters in a 1-0 game. Six outs to get. Tyler Clippard trying to get the first 3 of them here. And tonight's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Tyler Clippard, a big time struggle here Sunday against Cincinnati. And so 2 days later, trying to get things right.
His shoulder's been barking a little bit, but he says it's normal for this time of year. And if you remember last year with Tyler Clippard, he said the more he pitches, the better he gets. So the Astros will be seeing fastball, slider, change from Tyler Clippard.
Brad Mills going right into his bench here. He'll pull the right-handed catcher, Chris Snyder, and bat Jordan Schaefer for him.
In a 1-run game, leaning on his leadoff hitter. The guy that leads off against the righties.
There's a bunt. Looks like a hit. Jordan Schaefer just deadened that ball absolutely perfectly. And now you've got another guy with speed coming up.
Well, you can't do it any better than that. You talk about some balata action on the bunt. Check this out. Just off the end. Kills it perfectly. Watch where this ball lands. You cannot bunt it any better than that. And it doesn't matter where Ryan Zimmerman or any third baseman is playing when you bunt one like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Altuve do the same thing.
That bunt represents 1/3 of the Houston offense tonight. Well, this guy can bunt for a sacrifice. He can beat it out for a hit. Right now, Wandy Rodriguez is in the on-deck circle. But you would think the only way he'll bat is if Altuve gets on base and they have 2 on, nobody out. They have Brian Bogusevic, a left-handed hitter. Maxwell's in the hole, the leadoff guy. Justin Maxwell. Marwin Gonzalez, a shortstop, is a switch hitter. I'm sure the way Wandy Rodriguez is pitching, Brad Mills would love to have an excuse to leave him in the game.
It turned into a chess match here in the 8th. Tyler Clippard throwing over to see if Jordan Schaefer was going to run. He had a little bit of a lean going, and you think with a guy like Altuve who can handle the bat and pretty much hit anything, he's a good candidate for a hit and run.
He's going to get him on a fly ball. Jason Worth is under it. We'll see if that sends Wandy Rodriguez back to the dugout, and it will.
Pretty good night for Wandy Rodriguez. Did a nice job of keeping the Nationals hitters off balance, battled out there, and kept his baseball team in the game. Nice job.
That'll be Jason Castro. Well, they've already pinch hit for their catcher, so they're going to have to use Castro anyway. And Mills figures, why not bat him here? Unusual to see catchers as pinch hitters, and this is Castro's first pinch hitting appearance of the season.
And indeed, you pinch hit for Maxwell on deck with Bogusevic.
Yeah, he already can play center field.
And so can Jordan Schaefer.
Yeah. Clippard pours in a strike. Jason Castro just 3 for 24 on the year with a couple of RBIs. '24-year-old catcher from, well, Castro Valley, California. Right off the end of the bat, Clippard pounces quickly, and that's a good play. If he doesn't get that jump off the mound, that's an easy base hit. 2 outs.
It turns out as good as a bunt, though, for the Astros. Jordan Schaefer in scoring position, and he can run. But nice play by Tyler Clippard. Perfect changeup off the end of Castro's bat. Bare hand strike to Adam LaRoche. So now you have to decide what you're going to do right here. I think you never put the go-ahead run on, so.
They're going to leave Maxwell in to hit here. Justin's had 8 plate appearances for the Astros with 3 hits, a homer, 2 RBIs. You could see Clippard pull out the slider here. Maxwell loves to attack the first pitch if he sees a fastball. That was up and in. He's doing some light lobbying that had got him on the arm or the hand, but the home plate umpire Bill Welke called it a foul ball all the way.
Well, the Exmo doesn't miss a thing. Let's check it out. And I think if it hit him, he'd be walking to first base. And yeah,
perfect knob of the bat. It'd be pretty hard to react painlessly if a pitch like that gets you on the hand. There is the breaking ball. And against a batter who's 6'6", it evidently was high.
Let's check out the pitch track. I thought it was up. Tyler Clipper wanted to call. Pitch track says it was a strike.
Strike zone, upper limit.
I mean, that's not where you want that pitch. I think Tyler Clipper got away with one right there. You don't want that curveball up to a hitter. Those go a long way.
And a fastball that Maxwell makes contact with late. And the Nats are one strike away from getting this game to the bottom of the 8th.
Good trip right here from Jesus Flores. You wonder what he's doing out there. Well, they're going to go no sign, I would imagine. The runner on second base, big part of the ball game. 2 outs, the 8th inning. You don't want to take any chance that the runner who's been out there for a number of pitches has your sequence. Go back in the squat, go no sign right here, and know what your pitcher wants to throw without putting down a sign. Pudge Rodriguez talked these guys out. See, no sign. Here we go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball up, struck him out. The 9th K by Nationals pitching tonight. And this one into the bottom of the 8th inning. Washington 1, Houston nothing.
Ball game at the ballpark tonight. 1-0 Nationals as we go to the bottom of the 8th. In a 1-run baseball game, little things turn out to be big things. And Jesus Flores went out to the mound to talk to Tyler Clipper in a 2-strike count to Justin Maxwell. Jordan Schaefer standing on second base for a long time, and maybe he had the signs, maybe he didn't. But Jesus Flores wasn't going to take a chance. You look right here, no sign. He went out and talked to Tyler Clipper and said, whatever you want to throw, let's go with it. And the fastball gets by Maxwell. And it was a good fastball from Clipper. So in the 1-run baseball game, sometimes little things make the difference. And Jesus Flores has done a fantastic job tonight on the same page with Gio Gonzalez. We didn't see a shakeoff all night. And then going out to the mound at the right time and wanting to know what your pitcher wants to throw and not putting a sign down. Nice job right there by the Nats catcher.
9 strikeouts tonight. And the Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children receiving medical treatment along with their families at the National Institute of Health. Every strikeout, $37 by a Nats pitcher this season. Castro, the new catcher. And here we go, bottom 8. Flores, the pitcher spot. And then Desmond and the right-hander, Reiner Cruz. Sidewinder, 25 years of age. He's a rookie who's been in the minor leagues for 8 years. Did not pitch 1 year because of injury. Originally signed by the Tigers, on to the Mets for a while. Astros got him in the Rule 5 draft. And Flores just scorches that ball foul.
A 2-pitch guy, 3/4 fastball. It'll go up to 95 miles an hour. That one 94 right there. And he throws a curveball to go with it around 82.
Number 9 spot for Chad Tracy next. Nasty breaking ball, strike 2. How about Brad Lidge against his old ball club, the Houston Astros? He was there from 02 to 07. Pretty sure they know what's coming if he's out there. A lot of faces have changed. Coaching staff, managers since he was there. But a popular figure in Houston to this day. Doug Brocail and his skipper. 2-2 to Flores. Got a good piece of that one to the line. Travis Buck for the first out. Take the Nats with you everywhere this season. MLB.tv. Every Nationals game out of market live online on your favorite device in HD quality. Visit Nationals.com to get more details and to order MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. The kind of bat Davey Johnson loves coming off his bench with power in the late innings.
Chad Tracy likes to get on the first pitch fastball. We'll see what he does right here. But sometimes with a guy with a different release point, a guy 3/4 sidearm guy, you want to pick up the window where the ball comes out on the first pitch, then go to work.
That one sounded like it hit the umpire, Bill Welke.
It did. Little ricochet piece off the glove of Jason Castro. Winged him right in the leg. Check it out. The fastball nowhere near the target. About a 4 or 5 glove miss. And Jason Castro just gets a piece of it before it hits Welke.
Target in. Tracy saw the pitch tailing away and fouled it that way. Just now reaching the 9 o'clock hour here at Nationals Park, where the Nats are 4-1 on the year. They're trying to win their 7th game out of their last 8 and leading 1-0 here, bottom 8, with Brad Lidge warming up. Astros, by the way, 2, 3, and 4 up in the 9th. What a night for Wandy Rodriguez. A run on 5 hits in his 7 innings. Didn't walk anybody. 3 strikeouts. He retired Desmond on the ground 3 times. Three and 2 now. The Nats would have the option of running Lombardozzi or Bernardina for Tracy if he would get on.
You come off the bench right here in a 3-2 count, you're betting 100% fastball, and if he throws anything else, he's got you.
You got me, huh?
Yep.
He gets a fastball, hits it to right field. Buck is going back, and he'll take it short of the track. Chad just didn't get the center of the bat on that one. 2 outs.
Boy, it had the sound. I thought he got him. Another quality at bat from Chad Tracy off the bench.
Ian Desmond, a rare earther so far tonight. So he goes up hacking and spins one foul. Right-handers tomorrow night. Jordan Zimmerman for the Nats. Lucas Harrell off to a 1-0 start in 2 starts for the Astros. And opponents only hitting .244 against him. Against Zimmerman, they're hitting .184. Johnny and Ray, 6:30 Nats extra. First pitch, 7:05. Fastball in there. And you win the first 2 games of the series with Jordan Zimmerman on the way.
Yeah, a long way to go in this one, but Jordan Zimmerman over there thinking, I will take 1 run tomorrow night because I haven't gotten any yet.
One more than he's gotten, huh? .80 on the slider. Ball 1. Danny Espinosa waiting. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Desmond, I'm not sure how he reached it, but he did.
Hanging tough.
There's a man who knows when he's ready. Throw a few more if the inning ends here. 8 more on the mound if he needs them. Fastball up, and Desmond seemingly hops up to the tops of his spikes to foul that ball out. He really jumps at the ball sometime when he takes that big hard swing of his. Look at him with 2 strikes on the year.
It's a rough at bat. I mean, the fastball is 96, the curveball is 80. It's 16-mile-an-hour difference between 2 pitches. That's tough to cover as a hitter.
Yeah.
Add that he's throwing from 3/4 on top of it. Not a comfy at bat.
There's that slider. That's nasty. 1, 2, 3 for Cruz in the 8th. And now here comes Brad Lidge, the former longtime Houston Astro. Jed Lowry, J.D. Martinez, and Carlos Lee, top of the 9th against Brad Lidge. 1-0 ball game. Tune into the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow. Tom Davis, Mel Antonin, Phil Wood, and Dave Johnson. Batting practice look-ins, interviews, and more from 5 to 6:30, taking you right up to Nats Extra on Masson HD. Nationals move around their outfield now. Jason Worth, right field, here in the 9th. And you know who's in center. A rocket man with that left arm, Rick Ankiel. His changes are straight up. Not a double switch per se. And here's Lidge against Lowry.
Brad Lidge, 2-pitch guy, fastball and a slider, throws a slider 70% of the time. Usually tries to get ahead with a fastball away. And a 0-1 count, go right to his slider.
That is at the knees, and he gets the call. Only one hitter in this inning has ever hit against Brad Lidge before, and that's Carlos Lee. That's a slider, and that ball's well hit. Right field corner, fair ball. Lowrie to second base. Worth has to dig it out. That slider was sitting up, and Jed Lowrie turned on it.
So first pitch fastball away, a slider, not a bad pitch. Lowrie just went down and got it. And the Astros in big time business here in the 9th with a leadoff double.
Couple of power hitters coming up, so not normally bunters. And again, a Gio Gonzalez brilliant effort has some drama attached to it in the 9th inning. JD Martinez 0 for 2 with a walk. Fastball 2-0.
And I'm surprised that Brad Lidge has thrown a couple of fastballs away here to Martinez. I mean, that's the easiest pitch to move a runner with. You got a runner on second, nobody out, 1-run game. Most of the time you throw that off speed, try getting to pull the ball and keep the runner at second base.
Almost threw it away, and an unbelievable grab by Flores keeps it from being a wild pitch.
Nice stop by Jesus Flores. Little backhand stab on a fastball that was supposed to be in. And the dirt away.
Not even close, and the lead runs on. Now it's Carlos Lee, who has faced Lidge 5 times in his career with 2 hits, including a home run.
I mean, the one advantage Brad Lidge has right here, even though Lowrie hit the leadoff double and he walked JD Martinez on 4, is that Brad Mills isn't going to bunt his 4-hole hitter.
Right.
So if you make one good pitch right here and you get a ground ball, it's 2 outs with a runner on third. Most of the time you get a leadoff double, guy's going to bunt him over, and you got a tie ball game, you're going extra innings. But right now for Lidge, if he can make a good pitch and get 2 outs with 1 pitch, you got a chance to get out of this.
Lee 0 for 3 tonight, hasn't hit the ball out of the infield. And he takes 190 right down the middle.
And now you got to go to your slider. And when you throw the slider, it's got to be down the zone for a ground ball, but you can't throw it in the dirt so the runners advance. Fine line here between throwing that slider low for a strike and bouncing it.
There it is. Man, that thing had some outward bend to it, and Carlos Lee couldn't reach it.
It started on the outer third and broke off the plate. Good pitch. And what we've seen Brad Lidge do so far this season, and when he throws a slider for a strike, he throws one shorter. And what do I mean by that? He bounces it. You have to really trust your catcher in this situation.
No balls and 2 strikes with nobody out. Popped up short center. Nobody's running on Ankiel anywhere near that area.
And that's as good as a strikeout.
You got that right. No advancement, one big out. And right-hander Chris Johnson next. WB Mason presents Nats Extra postgame. Johnny and Ray standing by. They'd love to bring you that show after 8.5 innings. Right-hander Johnson, left-hander Buck, the next two hitters. Chris Johnson 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a hard ground ball to Zimmerman against Gio.
Might be the toughest out in this Astros lineup.
Slider up. Similar location. Jesus says, let's get that thing down 2-0.
Yeah, this might be a strike at the top of the zone, but that's definitely not where Brad Lidge wants his slider. And this is where, you know, with all the experience, you got to talk to yourself out there and say, one good pitch and I'm out of this thing. Just make one good one.
Everything up.
And the slider doesn't have the bite that it did the last time out for Brad Lidge.
Well, here's a hitter. 4th major league season. Would he have the green light on a 3-0 pitch here?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. You ball 4, you got bases loaded, 1 out with the winning run at second base.
There's that 90, similar to strike 1 against Carlos Lee.
Now you're all systems go. Not guaranteed a fastball in this count.
Johnson gets one, lines it to center, and Keel is there. 2 outs. We can all heave a sigh of relief after that 3-1 pitch. And it'll be Lidge against Travis Buck.
Good job of going from a 3-0 count to a 3-1 count and getting out. You see the fastball right where Jesus Flores wanted it. Pretty good at bat by Chris Johnson. He squared it up.
Yeah, that's a strong man dropping the bat head right there.
And all of a sudden it comes down to this. And haven't we gotten used to this so far this season? Just another 1-run nail biter. Here we go. Buckle up, put your helmet on, maybe even a mouthpiece.
Travis Buck 0 for 3.
And if we're nervous up here, imagine what that guy feels like down there.
Crowd of 17,886 tonight. That slider's low enough for a strike.
We talk about it all the time. What do you do on the nights when you don't have your best stuff? You battle. And that's exactly what Brad Lidge is doing out there. He's battling.
Hey, you can get out after every pitch if you want to make sure everything's right. And the Astros don't know what you're bringing.
Why not?
I'm looking at the game reset. Says the Nationals have 10 timeouts remaining if they choose to use them.
Whatever it takes at this point.
Jed Lowrie, pretty good speed at second, some great outfield arms.
No sign.
There's the no sign. That's a fastball low, 2-1. That's a nasty slider.
Best
Strike
one,
two.
Best one of the night, by far. Got on top of that, got it out in front, snapped it off, and this was dirty. One more of those, please.
Ground ball right side. LaRoche has it. And so do the Nats.
And Gio Gonzalez with his first win as a National. Congratulations. He pitched a gem. That was a good baseball game. Wow.
The Nats win on a 4-hitter and take care of business. Gio Gonzalez, welcome to the W side.